That's so wild. What's happening, everybody? Let me make sure my audio is correcto mundo. Let's go here. Oops. What's up, guys? Hey, thanks, Neil. Appreciate the heads up. Appreciate you always coming in and watching. Let's see here. Excuse me. What do we got? Where did I put that thing? No, that's not the one. Gotta get my coaster. Hold on. Where? Oh, I put it back here. Sorry, guys. All right. Thanks for everybody checking us out. Go ahead and throw. You're already doing it. Blue lights. Shoot. Where did I freaking put those? I have some over here. Man, shout out to the people. These aren't my normal ones. They're a little bit bigger, a little bit like yellower in the eyes. We'll put them on just so SC Stewart 74 can feel more comfortable for me and my everything I'm doing. What do you guys got for questions? Let's start dropping questions. I'm gonna go ahead and do some links and swipe ups. Yo, we got some people up in here. DJ Sopitas. Can you put together a little pronunciation for that? Max Ninja, what's poppin'? What's hip hop? What's happening? Ooh. We're going to get on it, added in here shortly. He's just logging in now. What are some hot topics we had this week? How's Datadog treating you? Terrible. It went on a freaking plummet today. Sorry, just sending out links. What's up? What's up? Now I buy it. Yeah, I know. Well, it's back down to where I bought it before, so I might buy some more. Pete, are you on the Ted Lasso and Emily in Paris train too? Haven't watched Ted Lasso, but did watch Emily in Paris. Loved Emily in Paris. I did some research for it for the newsletter that we dropped in some info on it this week. Season 2 got pushed back, but it's interesting. The director was talking about how Emily's going to come off a little bit more mature, more set into Paris this time. So that's pretty cool.
What are we talking about today, Pete?
Emily in Paris. They were just asking about. Smart Move at 74. What is Smart Move? Oh, you're talking about him not buying in. Yeah, I mean, Datadog to the moon. Datadog to the moon. I'm never going to stop riding Datadog until I'm financially very scared for my life. At that point, I might pull out. But hopefully by then, it's made me so much money, it won't matter. Let's go here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. Do you guys ever see the stories on our Instagram where we just lead you on? Where it's like I'm about to put one up that just says we have to talk about this, mainly about Datadog falling off. But if you just tell them, you just type it up and you go, how do I want to say this?
You've got to do you want your stuff for in the next 20 minutes? We're going to do the phone number that ends in 60. It's a 310 number.
Hey, D. Murthy, featuring in Behind Closed Doors.
Oh, hey, Josh. Are you able to get on a device so you can see
the most sus thing I've hit today is lube hands. Pete, question. How can pull more girls, you or Tim? I think I know the answer. I want you, everybody in the chat right now, I want you to go ahead and take a vote. Who would pull more women, Tim or I? And we can settle that before we start.
What else are we talking about, Pete? Giuliani, Datadog?
Juliana, Datadog.
Snapchat.
Oh, yep. We can talk about Snapchat, rocketing. Let's see. I got out of Barstool's stupid pen stock. It's not a good move. I don't think they're going to go much higher. Until everything opens back up, it's just really not going to go anywhere. Albertson is turning out to be an incredible buy. They are so steady. Tim got the Cougars unlocked. See, yeah, Tim could do Cougars. I can't do Cougars. They're just not. They're not my forte.
Pete, we should kind of start just in case I get that call.
Yep, we can start in 10 seconds. Okay, guys, what's up? Before we get started here, go ahead and drop any questions you might have for us. Always throughout it, you can drop us questions, and we'll answer them throughout or at the very end. Giuliani and Borat.
Fantasy football.
Fantasy football week 7. Looks like Hwood Group had a great little party last night.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Did you go?
No.
Did anybody you knew went besides John Hwood guys themselves?
No, it was their list only.
Oh, okay. Saw Bia went and DJ'd, of course.
Bia and Kuzma.
That's a wild party. Then we go to Stock Talk. Oh, and my parlay of the week. Also, so far in betting, you should never take advice from me because I have lost just about every single one the last 2 weeks. So there you go. Okay, let's kick things off. All right, guys, welcome back to Behind Closed Doors. Today is, in fact, October 21st, and I am back here with Anand Murthy and myself, the usual 1-2 punch that comes to you every Wednesday to give you the entertainment you're looking for. Let's get things started and let's get it cracking. Ooh.
What's that sound?
That's the sound of victory, man. Nothing like a cold coaster to get you started on the day. Head over to coasterbravococktails.com. Use group chat 10 for 10% off. Bam! Let's get kicking right into today's episode. We have a lot to talk about. The stock market is all over the place per usual. We have a great and hilarious story about Borat. We're going to talk a little bit about the Lakers championship party that took place last night at one of our very good friends' place. We're also going to talk about week 7 of fantasy football in the NFL. I'm going to drop my parlay, and then we're talking all things stock. So stick with us. Let's get things rolling. First off, Anand, I'm going to let you really take this one. I'm just going to intro it a little bit because you know the whole story. But Borat, I'm just going to put it as this. He might be the greatest canceller of all time. The ability to cancel people, he's amazing.
So Borat has a movie coming out this Friday on Amazon.
Yes.
And it has been leaked that he got Rudy Giuliani, Trump's boy, in a very compromised situation. They staged a fake interview with a fake conservative magazine, had Giuliani with this woman. She says after the interview, let's go upstairs to your room and grab a cocktail. She takes off his microphone. They pour, I think, scotch. There's concealed cameras all over the room. Mm-hmm. And he starts unbuttoning his pants and unbuttoning his clothes and like thinks he's going to score. He thinks he's peeing on a Saturday night. And Borat barges into the room and says, that's my daughter. She's 15. Obviously, it's all staged, but he doesn't know that he's getting sick. He reports it to the cops saying some transgender person in pink busted in my hotel room, and it's all on camera.
This Borat movie could be, I mean, it's massive. I've seen it everywhere. Do you think this is true?
No, it happened, but he didn't do anything illegal. He's just fucking with them, right?
Yeah.
Like, it happened.
Like he always
on camera.
Yeah. Like it even showed him busting into showed him busting into Mike Pence's rally. Yeah,
he's doing the Wuhan flu. This movie's going to be blockbuster. I think it's going to be the most streamed thing Amazon has ever had.
I'm going to go watch it. I'm absolutely going to watch it. I have Amazon Prime. Does that mean I get it, or do I have to go purchase
Amazon Video with Prime? You're hot.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm all in then. I truly think this could be one of the best movies of the year, if not the movie of the year. It's just going to be another Borat film that is absolutely hilarious. He just did a whole sketch with David Dobrik, and he was talking about it in his podcast, how in the last Borat movie, he gets sued so much. He got sued over 100 times in the last movie. He won every single case. You have any idea how that's possible?
Good lawyers. So he toes the line. He knows exactly what he can do and what he can't do. It's still expensive, though. But that's part of the film budget.
Yeah, I'm sure. How much do you think that cost him?
Millions.
Fight 100 days. Yeah.
Millions. I mean, if you even get close to trial in any lawsuit, that's six figures.
Right. I mean,
our companies have dealt with this over and over again. If a typical lawsuit, before it goes to trial, is like 18 to 20 months of preparation. That's hours on hours and hours and six figures.
That's insane. No wonder lawyers make such good money. I see why now.
Exactly.
So
but they're hated in corporate America because they're just a cost center.
Yeah.
You don't hire a lawyer because you're going to get rich unless you're doing like a money grab for like something large. But in general, it's a problem once you have a lawyer.
Exactly. So we're definitely going to pay attention to that. Obviously, the movie. We'll give you guys a whole recap, likely over on group chat. We'll also touch on it here once it drops. But let's get moving back into another hot topic. The H Wood Group threw. Where was the party last night? Was that
Delilah?
Was that Delilah? They hosted the LA Lakers team party, not the one that happened in the bubble.
Yeah, it was their official championship party. TMZ reported, I'm not breaking any confidentiality. LeBron didn't show.
Can you tell us any secrets?
LeBron and Anthony Davis didn't show. So what the fuck was the party for?
I don't even know.
No one mentioned when they presented the trophy other than LeBron and Anthony Davis. Like, did they spend all this money for Alex Caruso?
Or fucking Kyle Kuzma?
Kyle Kuzma and Zach Bia DJ'd.
Yikes.
Travis and Kylie were there.
Wow. How does LeBron, I mean, I'm sure LeBron's not around his family. That's such a COVID.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
And maybe, who knows with Anthony Davis? He's young. He doesn't have a family, so what's he doing?
He's definitely got a wife. I think he has a kid, but who knows?
Does he? Okay, so maybe I'm wrong there. But very interesting. I didn't know they didn't even show up. So really, it wasn't a party. It was the event.
JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, Alex Caruso, Rondo. Like, who was like the only reason they won the title was because of that.
Yeah, you got to imagine they were just standing around being like, where are the stars? We should probably have them here if we're going to do this.
So obviously celebrities showed up. You have to be bummed if you showed up. Like A-listers, like
Where the fuck is LeBron?
Dude, who are you even there to talk to? Like any celebrity that shows up is bigger than anybody on that team besides those two.
Exactly.
It's
I
like
thought that was
Travis.
funny.
Like, who's Travis gonna go talk to? Fucking Kyle Kuzma? No.
Yeah, that's a good point. Someone points out the Lakers were in Vegas over the weekend. They were at Tao Group, Encore Beach Club, Marquee. They were doing everything. So it's not COVID.
No. It definitely isn't. Maybe he's got an eye on Bronny now. He's just not gonna leave his side so he doesn't go puff that dank again.
Exactly. But I found that pretty funny.
Do you think he actually got grounded?
I think he got lectured not for smoking weed because I presume all 16-year-olds or 15-year-olds are smoking weed. 15-year-olds were smoking weed when I was 15. That was 21 years ago. Right. I gotta imagine now that weed is so mainstream, it's just
don't record yourself. Do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Just don't
That's
have
what
it
he got
recorded.
yelled at.
Right. Never record it yourself, and surely don't have anybody else record it. But you're doing it to yourself. Then at the end of the day,
I agree. I think he got punished for being public, and like LeBron has played in the NBA under the tightest microscope for over 20 years or 17 years, and he hasn't been caught doing one thing.
Right. But I will say, obviously, this is a new age of social media and phones and all of that. And they grew up in two completely different lifestyles and lives as a whole. So things obviously have got to be different for Bronny, but surely he got a stern talking to, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Okay, let's move into our sports topic of the week, our fantasy football coverage. We're heading into week 17. And after this last week, I think I'm vowing to possibly not even come back for fantasy next year and just throw in the towel now.
So I'm on fire again. 5-1 in both leagues. I survived a Russell Wilson bye by starting Ryan Tannehill,
Ryan Tannehill is the real deal. That's a great backup.
This dude put up 37 fantasy points. The game went into overtime. I had Derrick Henry too, so I had like 80 points between the two of them.
Jesus.
And just crushed, got high score of the week. My other league, I beat a friend of the pod, Big O, Omar Miller.
Ah, yes.
Beat him, so I'm 5-1 there. But now it's a little interesting. So D's in that league. His name is the Masked Indian. And the power rankings came out from CBS Sports, and they have him won. He's 4-2. I'm 5-1. Now he's talking shit.
You hate to see it. How are you going to come back from that?
I'm going to keep winning. So all you got to do, put your head down and put one foot in front of the other and win your games.
Don't let the headlines talk. You got to do the talking. For myself, I fell off a cliff. I don't even really want to talk about it, but I started Aaron Rodgers this week, and he had possibly the worst game of his career. He got me a total of 4 points. And then along with just about everybody else I had in my team, we all put up 4s and 5s. So I barely snuck above 50 points this week, and that was possibly the worst showing of my entire life.
Did you watch the Packers game?
Yeah, well, I watched about half of it before it was just unbearable.
So everyone thinks that Rodgers had a concussion in the first quarter because he was on fire the first 2 drives, and at the goal line he got hit, and they think he played the rest of the game because he just all of a sudden started sucking.
Yeah. I mean, but also his interceptions really weren't, again, his fault. It's usually how it happens. They always go off the wide receiver's hand, something of that nature. He threw some pretty tight balls that went over on the sideline. I get that. It did seem unlike him, but I'm not for sure. I mean, they haven't come out with anything.
No, they haven't. But everyone thinks he was just banged up.
Yeah, so there's always that possibility.
And obviously he would have stepped it up to play against Tom Brady. So
yeah. And they were getting their ass. It was 34-7 at one point. I was like, I can't keep watching this. So I very quickly turned it off. But what do we got for week 7? Anything interesting for you?
Not really. I think I don't know. Who are the big games this week? Let's take a quick look. I know the Seahawks play the Arizona Cardinals.
You think the Cardinals are the real deal? They're kind of been up and down.
No, I don't think they're the real deal. I think Kyler Murray is a great fantasy player, but
Do you think Mike McCarthy is out of Dallas soon?
Well, it's tough, right? Because he has no Dak. Look at how bad the Cowboys were with Andy Dalton. So,
but they also were complaining that he couldn't adjust during the game and isn't an elite coach, and neither is their coaching staff.
Oh, the Pittsburgh Steelers play the Titans. That's a big game.
Buffalo Bills is a walk-off.
Rams Bears. That's a big game.
Packers Houston.
Green Bay Houston. I don't think that's good. Buffalo's going to crush the Jets.
Cleveland has to walk out. Also, did you see that Odell Beckham Jr. is now banned for 2 years?
I saw that.
Incredible.
And they took away 8 scholarships. I mean,
He also claimed he couldn't get COVID today.
what's that?
So they asked him, do you fear that you're going to get COVID? He goes, COVID doesn't want any bit of this body, and my body doesn't want any bit of COVID. So there's a mutual respect. And no, I don't think I'm going to get COVID.
Oh, Jesus. That means he's getting COVID.
Yeah, absolutely.
The rule of COVID is if you talk shit to COVID, it comes and gets you.
Every single time. Every single person that talks shit about it, sniped.
Yep, exactly.
What do we got over here in the chat? 49ers versus Seahawks. Jimmy Garoppolo is playing decent. He played decent last week. I still think the Seahawks are going to snag. Did you also see Antonio Brown is back available next week, and the Seahawks are said to be making a big charge for him.
I see that, but, like, I don't know. The offense isn't the issue. Go get big defensive players. Russell Wilson has DK Metcalf and Lockett, and Chris Carson's running the ball well.
He's not going to be happy there.
Could poison the locker room and cause nightmare. I don't think with Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll's leadership that's going to be a problem, but why – nothing's broke on that offense.
No, and you know every single team that's taken him is taking a huge chance because of his poison that he brings to the locker room. Like, he comes to a team that needs a wideout and he's able to be the star he wants to be and sees himself as. That could work, but you can't go to a team where he's a role player. He just doesn't succeed to being a role player.
So Russell Wilson was on the Bill Simmons podcast last week doing an interview, and the most fascinating thing is how much he works on his body. He says he spends probably $1 million a year. He's got full-time trainer, full-time masseuse, 2 chefs, a mobility person, 2 hyperbaric chambers, and then he says he focuses on his mental strength as much as he does his physical strength.
Yeah.
And he's partnered with this guy, Trevor Moawad, who's been on Short Story Long.
Yeah, Trevor's great.
A big mental health coach, and he talks about the concept of staying in neutral. So he says, when the Vikings got stuffed, he gets the ball with 94 yards to go. He literally, instead of getting riled up, he calms himself down. He tries to lower his heart rate so that he could just visualize and focus on everything. And he says it's applicable to all aspects of life. He says when he goes to children's hospitals and he sees cancer patients and kids, he's like, the families that are overly negative and overly positive, like, oh, we're going to figure this out, both have a tougher time than the families that just say, okay, let's just dissect this. Let's go point 1, point 2, point 3, and let's attack the problem. And I think it's applicable to everyone in their life, wherever you're dealing with anything stressful. Just come up with the plan, stay calm, don't get too positive, don't get too negative. But the idea of staying neutral, I thought, was some of the best advice I've ever heard.
Yeah, I think he has an incredibly strong mental game. And it's definitely ever since meeting Trevor and hearing him on Short Story Long and all that. And you see where that applies now and how it's affected so much of his life and especially his play in the NFL.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So for any of you listening, take some notes. It's not always about the physical. I mean, the guy, also Russell Wilson, a Badger alumni. I was there for many of the games that when he even came here.
You must have been in high school then, right?
Just finishing up high school. Yeah, it was right. I don't think I was a freshman yet. No, I think he just left as I was
30. You're 24?
Yeah.
So you're probably like a junior in high school.
Junior, senior. Yeah. So, but he was a great transfer from, where did he come from?
North Carolina State.
Yes, that's what it was. Led us to the Rose Bowl, back-to-back years. Pretty fantastic.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Okay, let's keep moving on out of week 7. We're going to parlay Pete. I will tell you right now, for legal reasons, you should never, ever take my advice. Legal or illegal, I'm still not going to probably win you money because I have lost money the last 2 weeks. I put $100 on both weekends, and my parlays fell apart last week, especially with the Packers taking an absolute whooping. Don't bet on a close game like that. That was a bad mistake by myself.
All right, let's do a 2-team parlay. 2-team money line parlay, no spread.
I mean, the Bills and the Chiefs, like that's an easy, but that's not going to give me a great return. Like,
no, but that actually is how you lose because the heavy favorites are always the ball busters.
It's true. Okay, then besides that, I
And they're
actually
both
think
on the road. That's like a no-no.
right. I'm gonna actually. Here's a country. I would go the New Orleans Saints over the Panthers. Panthers played shitty last week, and I don't think they're that good. And then I think the Texans beat the Packers because Houston's actually played really well without Bill O'Brien. Fuck Bill O'Brien. He's an ugly ass butt chin dude that led the team, a really good team, drove them apart. So now I just want to see success out of them, and even if it means beating the Packers because we play better from behind, anyways.
So let's remember this for next week. You have the Houston money line and New Orleans Saints money line. I like that you took two home teams. One's a dog, so that's a little bold, which is the Texans. But let's see.
Let's see how it plays out.
That'll pay out a lot because Houston's a 3.5-point underdog. If Houston wins, that'll help your parlay a lot.
Yeah. So who knows? There's always different ways to make the big bucks. So we'll keep our eyes on that. If you guys have any tips for me or any great parlays, money lines, or spreads, you should be keeping me a lookout for. Make sure you tweet us over at group chat on Twitter, and we can talk about them there. I'm on and off Twitter on the weekends. I don't know college football. I try to bet on college football. I haven't been paying attention to it this year. That is not paying out well for me because I've lost just about every bet besides like 3 of them I put on, and I probably put on like 5 or 6. So
got it.
So maybe around 50%. But in other big news, the Badgers are back this week.
I think the Trojans are back too.
Yeah, I think the majority of teams that agreed to come back are coming back this week. So
that's big news.
That's huge news. So we're going to watch out for that. Well, plenty to talk about come next week and the week after with all these teams joining in, especially with the NCAA football week, NFL week 7 of 8 next week. I only think it's getting better and better by the week. I don't think there's any clear pack leader right now. I mean, every division is like weirdly close, and there's whack records that are either competing or winning the leagues or conferences. But I still don't think there's a favorite right now, not even the Chiefs, because the Chiefs clearly can be beat and almost got beat twice.
So Wisconsin plays this Friday. Pac-12 doesn't start till November 7th, so we've got some time.
So we have some time, but there's going to be plenty of football. So you're not going to hear complaints out of us. Okay, let's move now into our
Dodgers World Series. Game 2's tonight.
They won last night. They were up big. Okay, yeah, they were up big when I stopped watching in the 6th inning. But good for you guys. Maybe you'll win another one. How nuts would LA have been if we got in a Lakers parade and then a Dodgers parade?
I know. So shitty.
So we'll have to celebrate once we're out of the pandemic, and you know for sure we will be there. Okay, let's move into the fan favorite stock talk. We're talking all things stocks. Again, another legality here. We are not stock experts. We don't know what the fuck we're doing, so never, ever take our advice for real. This is for entertainment purposes only. But I'm all in on Datadog, and everybody here knows it, and it's biting me in the ass today. It feels like a dog bit my ass. Any idea why Datadog took a plummet?
I don't know. I think it's just the volatility of the stock market. My guess is all of tech is probably down today. I don't think it's anything to worry about. Let's see if the big boys are down today. Quickly. Yeah, Amazon was down 1%. Facebook was probably down. So I think tech just, Facebook was up 4%. Yikes. Let's see. Software companies. Twilio was down. So yeah, so software companies went down today. That's all. Crypto news, Bitcoin passed 13,000 as we're speaking right now, which is huge news.
Wow, why? What makes it huge?
Because it was hovering above 10K for the last 70 days, I want to say. Okay. And hit 12K once, went back down, and then it stayed under 12K for at least the last 30, 40 days. And that was kind of the big barrier. Once it breaks 12, then it should start to crawl. And it broke 12 yesterday, and now it's already at 13,000. PayPal announced all PayPal users can buy, hold, and sell cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin specifically. Yeah. This is the beginning of a large rise, so stay tuned.
And then would you put money on those cryptocurrencies, or would you put money on PayPal? Who's the bigger winner in that?
The bigger winner is crypto, because you have a leading global financial firm in PayPal basically co-signing it.
Right. And I mean, they shot up 5% today, almost 6%. I'm not surprised by that, but
It's great.
as expected when you announce something as big as that. So cryptocurrency, it just keeps climbing year after year.
Exactly. It's the
So
future.
how,
The future of the
how does
internet.
that work then? You just go over on PayPal and just buy like you can stocks on Robinhood?
That's what it sounds like. I don't know if they've actually rolled out the feature. They just announced the partnership.
Right.
You
So
can buy
we'll
on
be getting-
Robinhood too.
Huh?
You can buy Bitcoin and Ethereum on Robinhood.
Yeah. What's his name? The stocks guy, Royce.
Right.
He's always, I hear him always talking about crypto and everything like that. Riot blockchain. He's big on Riot.
Wait, say that again? Are you talking to me
He's
or
big, yeah, to you. Royce is big on Riot blockchain.
Riot blockchain? I'm not familiar. I
They
really don't
went
fuck with anything but Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Maybe we could get a quote from him on why we should be paying attention to Riot or any other stock for next week's stock talk. Do we have anything we're keeping our eye on this week? Anything big happening?
Snapchat, as I've talked about in group chat for the last month, just crushed earnings, up 20% today. Snapchat has quietly become the social media company that no one thought it would become. Adding users, has 249 million users. Revenue is up 52%. I think Snap is going to have a great future.
Yeah, I mean, I was stupid enough to sell it early on, and now I highly regret it because I bought in, I think, around 20-something, and now it's upwards of 34, 35. 36 right now, 36.28.
Yep. Crazy.
So in another terrible decision by myself to pull out early, I got screwed over. And that, folks, is why you don't take my advice. All right, cool. Do we have anything else to cap us off here?
I think that's it, man.
Ooh, we got Rustin over here from High Ground. He released a new keyboard. He actually came in a couple months ago and was asking D questions about it. He showed me the keyboard. Let me test it out a little bit. The thing is the real deal. I'm pretty sure they're completely sold out everywhere, so you can't even get your hands on them. But roll Rustin, part of the Grand Running Club.
And I see him running in the streets just like me every day.
Yeah.
We next to each other.
RP the GOAT, Pete, you mofo. I lost 15,000 and I told my wife to trust me on this one. Looks like I'll be getting the iPhone 12 Pro. What's he betting on?
I hope he didn't put money on any of your parlays.
I hope not, because they haven't been a winner yet. So good luck, RP the GOAT. If you don't know, we're over here on twitch.tv/groupchatpod and on YouTube live streaming like we do every Wednesday. If you're listening to it later on, make sure you head over here. You should follow us on Twitter and everywhere else to get notifications so you know when we're going live. Any last parting words before we peace out on this beautiful Wednesday?
No, everyone, have fun, enjoy, and get ready for another great week.
Next week, I'm going to have to do it from home. I'm going to a wedding back in Wisconsin this weekend, so I'll be quarantining for 2 weeks. Well, I'll be quarantining and getting a test, and then, doing that whole process.
So where's the wedding, in Madison?
Near Madison. It's in Fort Atkinson. It's about 20, 30 minutes away.
Indoor or outdoor?
It's going to be outdoor. They had to move venues just to get outdoor.
Got it. Because Wisconsin's raging right now.
They are hot. Scary.
And we got a big debate tomorrow. So I think we're going to do a 20-minute pod on Friday.
Oh, a nice little special episode.
Yeah.
I like that. We had a big response in that last time. So maybe we'll get another one of those. You guys will just have to stay tuned. Follow us on social for all of our updates. You can follow Anand Murthy at Anand Murthy right there over on Twitter. Same with me, your boy Pete here. You can follow Group Chat everywhere on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And as always, listen to the pod every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Everywhere you listen to podcasts. Anything else?
No. Hot newsletter tomorrow.
Hot. All about sex. Why young people aren't having sex. So make sure you check that out. If you aren't subscribed, head over to mellowstreetjournal.com and get signed up or you won't get the newsletter. All right, that's going to do it for us. See you guys later.
Peace.
All right, cool. You got anything? If you guys got any questions, we'll take a couple real quick. If not, we're going to get riding out. Who dat nation? Who dat nation? What does that even mean?
Steelers. That's their chant. Oh, not Steelers, Saints.
Really?
Who dat gonna beat them Saints? That's what they say.
Never really liked the Saints. Wow, everybody's just staying. Nobody's leaving. Drop questions if you guys got questions. We got about 2 more minutes. I'll put a timer on 2 minutes. If we don't get any questions in that time, we're going to have to peace out. Now's your chance to talk to us live right here on Twitch, YouTube Live. I think what else interesting happened today? There's something else.
Trevor Lawrence is quoted saying, "If you think I'm entering the draft of the year, the Jets have the number 1 pick. You're out of your damn mind. The team I'm on right now could beat that trash-ass team."
He said all of that?
Yeah, it's Bleacher Report's reporting.
What? That's wild. R.I.P. Quibi. Company committed to keeping things short in a quite literal sense, 2020 to 2020. Do you know anything about this, Quibi?
Yeah, they couldn't find a buyer, so they're just shutting down.
They took the wrong strategy. Too bad. When is the Tesla truck dropping?
I don't know, but they crushed earnings, Tesla.
Per usual. Oh, man, we are so close to the election, too. Okay, we got no questions. We're going to head out. Thanks for watching as always, guys. We will see you next Wednesday.
Peace.